Welcome to Flashreel number 1 of July 2nd, 2014, where we discuss the most important video game news, rumors, events, and leaks of the past week. Starting us off is Nintendo, which re-elected Satoru Iwata as president of the company at their 74th annual shareholders meeting in Japan, where growing concerns over Iwata's health and his falling approval rating amongst shareholders made the re-election far from a sure thing this year. Iwata missed this year's E3 conference and annual shareholders meeting due to health concerns. Meanwhile, Nintendo posted the worst financial reports in decades, with the Wii U only selling 6 million units in just under 2 years, failing to replicate the impact of the Wii, which sold over 100 million units to date since its release 7 years ago. These factors seem to have contributed to Iwata's all-time low approval of only 77.3% amongst shareholders. Continuing the news around Nintendo, the 3DS is considered the best-selling system of 2013 with over 40 million units sold. Unfortunately, this does not seem to impress EA, as their CEO Peter Moore does not plan to make games for the 3DS system in the future. Moore cited EA's analyst opinion that the 3DS and Vita handheld systems are not future-proof, and that the consumption of mainstream games will move on to mobile platforms instead of dedicated handheld gaming devices. In an interview for Games Industry International, Moore also cited the company's plans for the fiscal years 17 and 18 as focusing on the PC free-to-play market, as well as browser-based games to ease into the new console generation. While EA is abandoning the 3DS, Sony is not abandoning the PS3 anytime soon, said Scott Brode in a recent Games Industry International interview. The PS3 has sold over 80 million units to date and is still selling units all around the world, according to Brode. Considering how long the tail of the PS2 lasted and how deeply it went into the PS3 cycle, this is neither unexpected nor anything novel for Sony, which supported the PS2 until 2013. Sony promises to bring many major franchises announced for the next-gen PS4 to the last-gen PS3 in the coming years, extending its shelf life for the company. This public statement of support comes unsurprisingly after Microsoft declared that it would support the Xbox 360 for at least another 3 years. Moving on to the rumor mill of the internet. According to the magazine Develop, Crytek is in serious financial trouble, with employees of Crytek UK not having been properly paid for the month April, and over 40 staff having supposedly left the studio in recent months. Additionally, according to Eurogamer, Crytek's Shanghai studio, which is responsible for supporting and developing the free-to-play shooter Warface, also did not pay its employees regularly, with over 10 staff having already left the team. Crytek is also in a legal dispute over the property rights to Rise with Microsoft, which refused to fund a sequel without Crytek ceding their intellectual property rights completely. Low profits from several browser and free-to-play games also plague the developer, as well as a failure to profit from CryEngine over the more popular Unreal or Unity graphics engines. Analysts suggest that Crytek might be sold off, partially or wholesale, under these circumstances. Gyazo recently published leaked details concerning a number of GTA Online heist missions. The source of the leak is YouTube user DomIsLive, which is credited with already previously leaking accurate details concerning the I'm Not a Hipster update. Nevertheless, the following information should be considered purely speculative until Rockstar announces the additions officially. The source reports 8 new heist missions to be added to the game, with the following details being leaked. Prison Van Rescue. Criminals intercept a noose van driven by NPCs and free the gang member, then take him back to the gang house. The mission opens at rank 5, is triggered by phone call, and 16 cops and 16 criminals can join the mission. Drop-off hooker. Blips will appear in players' territories. The player has to go and pick up a prostitute and drop her off somewhere. The player has a time limit. Funeral. Gang members must escort a lieutenant's hearse through town. Rival gang members have to get in the hearse and destroy it. This triggers after Escort Crook Boss if the boss is killed. Territory Takeover. Players can fight to take over territory in the game. This will produce a revenue stream for them. Fight Gangmate. 2 teams have to have a fist fight with each other. The gang lieutenant gets 2 teammates to have a fight as part of the initiation. Cop Territory. Cops are put onto the territory takeover missions. They get no choice whether to take them or not. Ornate Bank Heist. Get behind the counter of the bank, hack into the vault, steal the money and take it to the drop-off location. 16 cops and 4 criminals can join this mission. FIB Grab. A mission in which 4 criminals raid an FIB tower for an objective where 16 cops defend it. This is it for Flashreel this week. Subscribe to our channel for more news, reviews, and editorials, or follow us on Twitter to get the latest updates. And don't forget to visit GatherYourParty.com.